Women are too good at stalking you that he's dated 2 girls since me, and I knew exactly who they were based on Instagram because he doesn't have that many followers. So it's like, you get 20 likes on a picture. Like, I go to your picture, I go, what's the one with the lowest amount of likes? I look through those bitches because I'm like, who's liking this pic? It's clearly someone you're talking to. Women are too good at stalking.
How you doing, cutie? What you up to? Wait, was that my face?
No?
I swear I saw my face.
No, that's not you. Yeah, like I searched like a long time ago, maybe last year, but I don't know why it popped up like today.
I only known you for 5 months.
I searched like 5 months ago because I wanted to know if you're legit. Stop talking. I don't understand why you were even following that like a group dance girl yesterday on your TikTok, and then you follow especially the girl with the glasses. Like, I don't understand what you've been doing. Why are you here judging me about what I searched for?
I thought you blocked me after we got into the fight. How do you know my exact following list?
And I even know you deleted the photo on your YouTube community.
Hey, whoa, chill. Whoa! I'm not gonna lie to you. First, I'm on your top search. Second, you know exactly who I followed on TikTok and what time I followed and what order I followed them. And then you know exactly what I posted on my YouTube channel and what I deleted on my YouTube channel. And then you check if my car is home and you tell me it's covered in snow and I didn't move it. Hey, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I also can know when you move the car regarding to the water under your car. If your car is dry, it means you didn't go out the whole day. But if your car under your car is wet, it means you just went out. But I can also tell by how many snow is on your car that what time you got home and what time you parked your car.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Everywhere you go, you're an anomaly. You're the original anomaly. And all this time, I have been the only one holding it all together.
Miguel, go easy on him.
You don't belong here. You never did. Has no idea what he's doing. And I'm about to do this.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
War isn't a game, girl.
That's funny. Soldier 76 said the same thing.
You spend your second chance at life walking a lonely road.
No one cares, monk.
Someone always cares. You must simply seek them out.
I shouldn't be surprised you took his side.
You never gave me much choice. Wanna know what Martina's been up to?
Not interested.
That's not what my tracker says.
Are you ever tempted to contact your wife?
No.
Afraid she would try to kill you?
I'd be surprised if she didn't.
Your body seems to be adapting well to the changes, Gabriel.
This is what you call well.
Welcome, my friends. My name is Antoine Phoenix, and this is my RP experience. Peace and love to all my brothers and sisters out there. Thank you for hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing, and turn on all notifications so you know when I have a whole new video up. Today's video, I was about to say tonight, but it's not evening yet. Today's video is about when women stalk men. Probably the title is going to be her stalking level is over 5,000. But I'm trying to think of the right title that's YouTube friendly at the same time. But I do think if a woman's not stalking you before you two get together, does she even like you? That's the thing I have to wonder. Because when I observe women that like men, they be stalking the hell out of them. And look, this is not to look down on women that do that, because women have to do something to engage the opposite gender or whoever they like if they are into the same gender. And I notice when women, a lot of the actions that women do in dating, they do things in a way which leaves them plausible deniability. They do things or say things that if you was to ask them like, what do you mean by that? Oh, I'm just joking. Or I didn't mean it that way. Or they might become defensive if you was to call out why are they stalking this particular profile. So understanding how women have to maneuver, otherwise women have to come up to men and tell them, hey, I like you, let's go out. Now I have to admit I like that, not in the sense that I want a woman to ask me out. It's just the thing of if she does that, I know she likes me. Okay. And I've been lucky to have women do that particular thing. It was never in the states that I lived in the US, except maybe Hawaii. But I had experience with that when I was in the military, when I was in Hawaii, when I was in other countries. And okay, no. I did have a couple of times when I was in high school. I did have women approach me that kind of way. Now, of course, though, it wasn't the fact that they were coming straight to me to tell me that they liked me. I mean, one, I remember she asked me straight up, I think I was 12 at the time. She asked me, let's smash. And she didn't use that word, she used the F word. Now, I was kind of surprised that she did that, and I'm glad I did not do that at that time because I would have got her pregnant. But she wasn't my type. I had my heart set on this other girl, which was black, by the way. Her name was Ebony, the girl that I had my heart set on. This other girl, I'll just say her name was Leah. And I don't know, I just wasn't feeling her. So I like the other one. Usually when I get my heart set on a girl, that's the one that I'm laser focused. In other women, I'm not. But see, I learned not to do that because a couple times when I was chasing a girl in my early years and I was focused on that one, there was other ones that liked me that I ignored. And I never got the one that I wanted and she treated me bad. But the ones that did like me, if I gave them a chance, who knows? Things might end up different for me in my dating life. But things happen for a reason and how they are going to happen. The star of today's show is Hailey Bieber, and how she took maybe a 10-year plan of getting with Justin Bieber. I have to give her respect. But before I forget, because I might forget later in the video, but see, this is the thing that I noticed with white women. They play the long game. So either they play the long game and get you, or they play the long game and get in the bag. Meaning that they sell on a guy, or either they might like the guy, but the guy has money, and they're like, okay, I don't not really attracted to him like that, but I can get married, maybe have a kid, because I do want kids, and then just divorce him. She will never admit this particular thing. And I'm not saying a lot of women go into marriage thinking this way, but it's always in the back of their mind, and there's always some woman telling them to do this. And also, before I break off, I make these type of videos for men that's not in that rage, like they're angry at women, because I adore women. I love what they bring to the world. A lot of them have been good to me in my life. I have a daughter, so I'm not on that rhetoric that all women are out to get you or all women are trash. Now, of course, you have to be wary of the things they may do to you by peer pressure or just the way that they are built. But I think if you handle them a certain kind of way and they are raised with certain values, they can be good for you. That's the thing. Those two variables right there. If they not having those two, and that you are not their first choice or something, or either they are not really smitten with you, the likelihood of them doing you dirty later down the line, I believe, raises. And that goes for all nationalities of women. Just some women show their cards more readily, and some hide their cards. And that makes it hard sometimes for men to tell the difference between who's who, even if you change how you're going to pick particular women. But anyway, let's get to the video. I don't know the name of this creator, but I'll leave a link to his site.
From the undeniable hits of the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC to the breakout success of One Direction and the Jonas Brothers, every generation has their teenage heartthrob, and for teens and preteens in 2009, that position was unmistakably occupied by Justin Bieber. Known as Beliebers, Justin fans were known to pack arenas, flood social media with endless posts, and even cause near riots at his appearances. This behavior was so common that it was even given a name. Bieber fever was taking over the world, with one famous case in Australia where they had to cancel the show after only a few minutes as 8 girls in the crowd fainted after catching a glimpse of the artist. While teens and preteens around the world dreamed of being Justin's baby, Beliebers would never get the chance and eventually grow out of the fandom. But what if I told you one Belieber never gave up? In fact, she was there the whole time, lurking in the shadows, using her famous friends and dad's Hollywood connections to turn her 13-year-old dream into reality. This is the story of how relentless ambition and a hidden agenda turned Hailey Baldwin into one less lonely girl. Following the 2009 release of Justin Bieber's debut singles, One Time and One Less Lonely Girl, he was invited onto the Today Show to perform them. Unbeknownst to Justin, this appearance would completely change his life, as Hailey Baldwin's father, Stephen Baldwin, would take her backstage to meet 15-year-old Justin Bieber when she was just 13 years old.
This is my daughter, Hailey. The third song? Yeah. We've been enjoying your music.
Like many 13-year-old girls at the time, Hailey likely had a crush on Justin, and her father Steven was using his connections to do something sweet for his daughter. However, this wouldn't be the only time Hailey was around Justin before he really knew who she was. For example, Hailey would also appear at Justin's Toyota concert series performance in Rockefeller Plaza, before following him to Los Angeles to attend the premiere of his movie, Never Say Never, where she can be seen watching him from the sidelines as he walks the purple carpet. Stephen Baldwin.
Wow. Damn, Hailey, you liked him like that? And of course, she was a teenager. I know when I was young like that, I don't think I ever had a girl. Actually, I don't know. See, this is the thing. Justin Bieber never knew she liked him like that. Not to say that he would be interested, but he did not know. And that's how a lot of women move. That's why sometimes you guys out there, when you think no women like you, some woman likes you. Might not be one that you want, but some woman somewhere likes you. And the thing is, you may never know, because she might not put herself in a position for you to notice her, or either if she does, you don't notice her. So I have to admit, this right here is cute. A lot of people will look at this a different way as the story unfolds. But because I've seen women do this to other men, not on the status of Justin Bieber, but just when they like a guy and they are fawning over him, that's why usually once I know a woman, either she's in a relationship now, if she's unhappy in a relationship and she's coming to me, talking to me about her problems, I may start to feel, okay, she's not happy. I'm attracted to her. Maybe she and I can form something, but you're going to have to leave that guy. And see, that's a lot of times how those nice guys, which I'm not being that anymore, being that person they run to as a sounding board, either they use you for what they're not getting from their man, or they just have you as a backup man, and you may eventually get that woman, because the same way like this woman here is going through limps, I know there are men that go through limps to get the woman, but once you get her, then what? It's not what you thought it would be. So I'm probably in the minority here. I guess because I would want a woman to feel like this about me, because I notice when they don't, they do me dirty. Okay? And I'm not talking about that puppy dog love. I'm talking about that thing of they can't stop thinking about you, and I'm going to say a double standard right here, which I do agree with, because men and women move differently. A woman can stalk a man and not be a danger to his life. Now, if you smash her and, have intimate relations with her, she might do the bunny in the pot like they did on Basic Instinct, whatever that movie was, where the guy messed around on his wife and the woman turned out to be psycho. I think that really happens. But when men stalk women, they don't stop by just watching and fawning over the person. Eventually, they want to take action. They want to grab them. Not to say a woman may not grab and try to jump on you like fans of Justin would do, but they'll take a step further. They'll be sneaking into your apartment, your house, that type of stuff. A woman's life will be threatened. And that's the thing that I have to admit, as men, we will never understand. I think I have more of a grasp on it because I relate to a lot of my female associates that go through certain things with males, men out there that don't take no for an answer. And that's another thing about chasing. Okay, where's the cutoff? When do you stop going after the person when they're not interested? Me, pretty much, once I see they're interested in somebody else, or they're totally another way, and I'm pretty sure it was some dudes that liked Hailey, and maybe she entertained them as backups. But they had to know that she wanted Justin.
Baldwin would actually pull some strings that allowed Hailey to meet Justin again, and this would give us their first photo together. 4 months later, Hailey would even be photographed posing with a photo of Justin Bieber on the cover of M magazine while attending the premiere of the 2011 movie Monte Carlo. Something ironic about this is that Justin's photograph is next to his new at the time girlfriend, Selena Gomez, who also starred in the Monte Carlo movie and would soon become Hailey's arch enemy. It's clear by this point that Hailey Baldwin wanted Justin Bieber for herself, and even though Selena Gomez took him off the market, Hailey wasn't going to give up so easily. For example, in 2012, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez would enjoy a date night together where they would eat sushi and go to the movie theater. However, paparazzi photos and videos would reveal that none other than Hailey Baldwin was following them around on their date, keeping an eye on Justin. Now, it's possible all of this has been a coincidence. Hailey does have a famous father, and the Hollywood circle is smaller than it appears. Except that in 2019, a self-proclaimed former Justin Bieber superfan posted a video on YouTube where she claims to have helped set up Hailey with Justin, and has the receipts to show for it.
I feel like this is an opening to a documentary.
I used to be a Bieber fan, and I'm not talking a Bieber fan, I'm talking a New York City Bieber fan, and we've all been there, but I lived in New York City and I had the resources to go see him.
According to this video, Dana, the former superfan, used to run a Justin Bieber fan account with over 200,000 followers, and had become somewhat of a niche internet celebrity amongst the Justin Bieber community. 15-year-old Hailey Baldwin followed Dana in 2011, and over time, she would become friendly with her online, regularly tweeting back and forth and DMing her for intel on Justin Bieber's location.
Here you're gonna see where I wrote Satai Fifth app. The DM that was right above that she sent to me is gone because she unsent it right away. And if I went back to my MacBook from 2013. Maybe I could find that, because above that, and you're gonna have to take my word for this one because I don't have it, but she said, "What hotel is Justin staying at? Kylie and I want to know."
According to Dana, when she would give Hailey information on what hotel Justin Bieber was staying at, Hailey would either book a room there or eat at the hotel restaurant. Hailey's goal was to cross paths with Justin Bieber as much as possible, in hopes that he one day considered her a potential partner.
We would give her that info because she would either stay at that hotel or she would eat at that hotel or do whatever at that hotel so she could bump into him. Hailey Baldwin went from trying to bump into Justin Bieber at the Satai, the London, to marriage. It's so iconic. Like, everyone's making a joke that it was her 10-year plan. Like, did it.
Dana even shows tweets a now 16-year-old Hailey Baldwin sent to her, where Hailey discusses Justin Bieber's height and speculates how much more he will grow, something you would expect a superfan to tweet. Even back in 2013, Hailey was serious about protecting her man, and would ask if the DMs Dana tweeted from Justin Bieber were real or not, with Dana confirming to her that she was just making a joke. Although it's difficult to believe everything you hear on the internet, it's worth mentioning that Hailey Baldwin actually participated in a Justin Bieber fan video orchestrated by Dana. After Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez released a lip sync video to Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe, Dana and several other Justin Bieber superfans recreated it, with none other than Hailey Baldwin sending Dana a clip of herself to include in the fan recreation. At this point in time, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez had broken up and gotten back together multiple times, but 2014 would mark the beginning of their longest break yet. And luckily for Hailey, she had become close with Kylie and Kendall Jenner. This is important because Justin was also friends with the Jenner sisters, and because they now shared.
Damn. Okay. Let me digest this right now. This is why it's not all women that do this, but I believe a lot of women do this, and you don't know who is who. I believe a lot of women, at least 50 to 60% of women, everybody in their life serves a purpose. I don't think usually you are friends just because you are a good person and we have a lot of fun together. We are friends because you can get us into the club for free. You know this person, you know that person. You can get me closer to my future person I want to be with. This is how I think a lot of women move. And as this story unfolds right here, this shows me how diabolical white women can be with the long game. Like, damn, levels on levels. Look, black women out here watching this, y'all better get y'all game up. I see why. they I the way they position themselves and the way that they will inadvertently use people to get what they want in a plausible deniability way. Okay, because there's no proof to say that Kylie, I was about to say Kylie Jenner, that Hailey Bieber or Baldwin, before she got married, wasn't friends with the Jenners just because they got along. But the fact that they were friends with Justin Bieber was a bonus. Yes, I don't have to go through all this hard work now being on this fan page. I can get close to the situation right here. And the fact that Justin and Selena kept breaking up and getting back together, she probably saw weakness in that, being like, that's my man right there. And that proves another thing. While men can be dogs, men can be cheaters, and definitely men can overstep their bounds and go after a woman that's not theirs. Something that I don't do because I don't want it done to me. Women are the same way. When they want a man, when their emotions are moved by that particular man, they don't care that that man's in a relationship. They don't even care if he's married. They will go try to get that guy. They may not do that as much as they get older, maybe. Or maybe they just level up their game even more. Who knows?
Mutual friends, Hailey's access to Justin had never been easier. She would no longer have to rely on Belieber fan accounts to give her intel on his location. Now she could simply ask her friends. This newfound connection with the Jenner sisters proved valuable, and things were looking up for Hailey after she was spotted getting dinner with Justin, going to a movie, and then going back to his house, where she wouldn't be seen leaving until the following morning. However, with Justin's heart healing from the recent breakup with Selena, and New Year's Eve quickly approaching, Hailey had her eyes on the prize and didn't want to risk Selena ruining that for her. It's a little loose, but fans speculate that Selena Gomez's last-minute New Year's Eve trip to Dubai with Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid was actually a setup to put Hailey and Justin together. With Selena out of the country, the chances of Justin and Selena rekindling their relationship at midnight were now zero. Unfortunately for Hailey, Justin would make it clear that he wasn't looking for a new partner, and instead was more focused on having fun. And just like old times, Hailey would defend her territory. After Halsey was photographed leaving a building with Justin, Hailey would post a video of herself to social media telling her driver to change the radio station after a Halsey song started playing.
Can you change the station?
Yes.
Please. Thank you.
This is when Hailey really started to lose the plot and get progressively more and more bold with her actions. While Justin and Selena were still separated, Justin would do a series of interviews where he praises Selena and describes her as the love of his life, going on to say they were, quote, so in love, nothing else mattered. We were all about each other. Clearly feeling jealous about how Justin was speaking of his ex, Hailey began accidentally retweeting tweets that shipped Justin Bieber and herself, as well as tweets from people wishing that Hailey would fight Selena. This is when Hailey's behavior stops coming across as enthusiastic and starts coming off as obsessive, as over the next couple of years, she would seemingly try and mold herself to be more like Selena Gomez in hopes of receiving attention from Justin. For example, Hailey has a tendency to copy Selena's outfits and poses. Fans have dug up many examples of Hailey posting photos shortly after Selena, where she's either wearing the same exact outfit or something very similar. The copying allegations even extend to the poses she makes in the photos, as well as her facial expressions. Now, if you're shopping at the same stores, or keeping up with the current fashion meta, the reality is your outfits are going to overlap with what other people are wearing. But all of these outfits were posted by Selena first, with Hailey sometimes posting her in the same exact outfit as soon as 24 hours later. The accessories, the facial expressions, the outfits, they're all the same. But it doesn't just stop with clothes. On June 4th, 2015, Selena Gomez would be spotted with a new tattoo behind her ear. This tattoo is just the letter G and is supposedly a tribute to her baby sister Gracie. However, on June 16th, just 12 days later, Hailey Baldwin would be spotted sporting an almost identical G tattoo in the same exact location as Selena's. Hailey would claim that the tattoo is an homage to her pastor's daughter Georgia, but Hailey, seemingly copying Selena while simultaneously rooting on her downfall, will become harder and harder to ignore. In February of 2018, Selena Gomez would check herself into the Privé Swiss psychiatric facility in Connecticut, a facility that offers therapy for individuals needing a retreat from high-profile, always-on lifestyles. And Hailey would allegedly drive past Selena's home with her pastor's wife to make sure Selena was still in therapy. The rest of 2018 is kind of confusing, as Justin Bieber would get back together with Selena Gomez for a couple of months before she finally broke up with him for good, only for Justin to marry Hailey 6 months later. Hailey would later claim in interviews that she and Justin officially started dating in 2016, but if that's the case, why was Justin dating Selena just months before your wedding? Either way, Hailey Baldwin was now Hailey Bieber, and even though she got what she seemingly always wanted, it still wasn't enough. Following the release of Selena Gomez's song, Lose You to Love Me, Hailey would immediately post a screenshot of her playing Summer Walker's song, I'll Kill You. While Hailey would claim the timing was merely a coincidence, many fans interpreted this post as another attack on Selena. To make matters more confusing, in 2019, Hailey Bieber would debut another tattoo, this time on her ring finger, and featured the letter J. This tattoo is clearly a Justin Bieber tribute. However, fans were quick to notice that it shares a striking resemblance to a ring Justin Bieber bought Selena Gomez all the way back in 2012. A couple months later, Hailey even made sure to crash Selena's album release party being held at the restaurant Craig's in West Hollywood, despite not being invited, by making sure to arrive there before it started and staying long enough to overlap with the event, only leaving through a back door once Selena left her party. According to tweets from the evening of the party, once Selena arrived, the restaurant started playing her music, and that didn't sit right with Hailey. Hailey's stylist, Maeve, asked a waitress to play the song Yummy by Justin Bieber, and when that request wasn't fulfilled, Hailey and her table allegedly started yelling Justin's name.
Wow. And this is how women can be cutthroat with each other when it's something that they want. Now, I have to admit, I don't condone this particular stuff right there. The stalking was fine. And I know the reverse thing is when women like a guy, especially when they really stop obsessing over them, they will stalk also people that's connected to them. My last serious ex-girlfriend told me she stalked my ex's page. It's amazing the things that people tell me. Now, of course, though, I didn't take no offense to that because I figured, okay, this is why usually stalking doesn't bother me as much, because when a woman's stalking you, especially on social media, she trying to make sure you're single, you're not lying to her, you're not playing her, and I guess she wanted to make sure me and my ex was not together. But she said that she had went to her page and saw that our pictures was way down. So I'm like, damn. Damn, I don't know how much stuff she went through or how much stuff she saw. Because I know she was being real mean to me on social media. I know she curbed that enthusiasm now because I have a podcast and I have a growing audience. Okay, how the tide has turned. However, because I'm a better person than her, I'm not going to totally drag her through the dirt like she did to me. And while usually I can be petty, but that's why I do continue to use her as an example, because I have so many examples of her to use, but not with this one right here. Exactly. Because as far as I know, if she was stalking, she was more in your face, like, who are you with? Who is that girl? That type of stuff, trying to kick your door down type of thing right there. Okay. The other women was more that stalking, but you don't really know that they are stalking. And this is why sometimes when a woman gets angry and she might have misinterpreted something, but you might have had a picture with somebody and she saw something and then she's mad. And then you're like, and then you're thinking back like, well, what did I do? And it's like, well, you know what you did. It's like, no, could have been something on social media. It could have been liking the photo. Now that's when the stalking gets out of control. And I know it's not a level to it, but look, I'm trying to look at the good because if the woman likes you, she's semi obsessed with you, then she's going to care about the person you are and who you are with. And as long as she's not getting crazy, even though the smashing could be really good, because girls that be acting crazy and jealous, the smashing are always good. Anyway, on.
Hailey Bieber would find herself under the microscope yet again following the release of her home cooking show, What's in My Kitchen, as it shares a striking, undeniable resemblance to Selena Gomez's cooking show, Selena Plus Chef, that debuted 2 years before Hailey's show. Let's start at the beginning. Selena's show starts with a faux camera HUD overlay to give that raw homemade production quality feel. Hailey's show also starts with a faux camera HUD overlay. Selena points out that the show does in fact take place in her real home.
This is my real home. Everything that we're doing is at home.
Hailey points out that the show is actually recorded in her real home.
Yes, we actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house.
Selena has her Nana introduce the dish they will be cooking.
So Nana, what do we call this?
Cheesy tortilla chip casserole.
Hailey has her Nana introduce the dish they will be cooking.
And Nana, what are we making today?
Selena Plus Chef would go on to have 4 11-episode seasons on HBO Max, as well as a spin-off that's still currently airing titled Selena Plus Restaurant, while Hailey Bieber's What's in My Kitchen would release 5 episodes before being abandoned completely. After fans caught on to Hailey practically copying Selena word for word, things got even darker when they dug into Hailey's interviews.
I realized that everybody else seemed to be narrating my life for me.
Yes.
So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?
I realized that I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
That was one of the moments where I was like, I don't have to be that 19-year-old body shape anymore because I'm not.
That's the other thing too that I think I'm learning is I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 24 now. I feel like my body has changed the most even this last year.
Somebody asked me a while ago, what's the one thing you wish people knew about you? And I said I wanted it to be my heart.
What do you wish more people knew about you?
My heart.
People didn't really know me. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know Hailey for Hailey. And I just always had this constant battle where I was saying, I wish people just knew my heart.
For what it's worth, this last Selena Gomez interview where she talks about her heart isn't even easy to find. It comes from the press circuit for the movie Rudderless, and at the time of this recording, only has 2,870 views and is seemingly only hosted on a Portuguese Selena Gomez fan account. If Hailey really did copy Selena's quote, and this is the same source she stole it from, she would have had to have been far down the Selena interview rabbit hole, as this clip was hard to find even knowing what to search for. It's almost comical how many instances you can find of Hailey Bieber coincidentally doing something Selena Gomez has already done, even extending to the ad campaign for Hailey's beauty company Rhode, sharing a striking resemblance to Selena's beauty company, a company that when not copying Selena's is allegedly copying smaller, lesser-known brands, even down to the description. Hailey's greatest life achievement will be marrying Justin Bieber, and just for a bit, let's give her some credit. Like most girls during the Bieber fever era, she wanted nothing more than to be with Justin. And through her relentless ambition, world-class hating, and a meticulously orchestrated plan, Hailey spent 9 years building connections with people to put herself around Justin as much as possible. From befriending the Jenner sisters and working with fan accounts to feed her intel on Justin's every move, to booking countless hotel rooms just to bump into him in the elevator, and then traveling to the next hotel to pretend to coincidentally be dining there that evening. Hailey set her eyes on the prize, put in the work, and found herself across the altar from Justin Bieber.
I don't even know what to call it because it's so beyond iconic that there needs to be a new word invented for what Hailey Baldwin has done. Hailey Baldwin went from trying to bump into Justin Bieber at the Satai, the London, to marriage. It is so iconic. Like, everyone's making a joke that it was her 10-year plan. Like, did it. We stand Hailey Baldwin. She did that. Do not give up. Like, that's inspirational. You can do anything in life because Hailey Baldwin did that.
What other cases of a pop music stan marrying their idol can you think of? She might be the only one to ever do it, and she at least deserves some credit for that. However, after spending a third of your life fighting another woman for your man, what are you left with? You arrived at the destination, but is it as fun as the journey you took getting there? Perhaps this is why, after 6 years of marriage to Justin, we still see Hailey copying and clowning on Selena. Perhaps Hailey can't help herself because it's all she's really known. While most people spend ages 13 to 22 discovering who they are and finishing school, Hailey spent those formative years indulging herself in a childhood fantasy. It also has to hurt that after announcing your pregnancy to the world, Selena Gomez, your husband's ex-girlfriend, started trending on Twitter, and not you, your husband, or your baby. It seems we're not the only ones pondering these questions, as despite the pregnancy announcement, the relationship seems to be on the rocks. Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's father, has asked people to pray for Justin and Hailey on Instagram, while divorce rumors swirl around the internet, with some people pointing out that Hailey and Justin arrive and leave events in separate cars, and others speculating that they haven't lived together for some time, all while blind item after blind item allege depression, substance abuse, and cheating from Justin. Always take blind items with a grain of salt, but something often alleged is that Justin and Selena's 4-month stint in 2018, just months before Justin's marriage to Hailey, came as the result of an unexpected pregnancy with Selena, followed by a miscarriage. This could potentially give some added context to why Selena checked herself into a wellness retreat and why Justin flipped from Hailey to Selena to marrying Hailey all in less than a year. Regardless, one thing is for certain. If Selena goes left, Hailey goes left. If Selena goes right, Hailey goes right. But could Hailey, for the first time in almost a decade, have a new blueprint?
Sabrina Carpenter. Heard the name before, but I can't place the face. Maybe that's her new obsession right now. And I wonder what her life is like. Okay, summing up the whole thing right there. She wrong. But I see how she had to do what she had to do in the beginning part of it. The hate stuff that she was doing towards Selena, I mean, I get that because I know how men are competitive with other men and how they'll try to bad talk them or throw them on the bus, especially in jobs. But they'll do that with women as well. Even guys that you think that are your friend. So women can be no different here. Not that every woman will do that particular thing right there. The stalking part, the beginning part of that, yes, a lot of women will do that particular thing. Becoming friends of people that's connected to you, or following people that you follow on social media that is connected to you. Yes, they'll do that. That means stuff. And if they do it, they'll do it in a way that it won't be able to be traced back to them. Unfortunately, in her instance, she did a lot of things where there's video evidence, but see, it's still plausible deniability that she can just use and say that, oh no, I always wanted to do that. I like the dress, or I like the pose. I didn't do it. So she can always deny this stuff. However, as you look at it side by side, you kind of see, while she was obsessed with Justin, she also became obsessed with her main competition. And the fact that their marriage is failing, I know a lot of men would jump on, oh, okay, she just wanted the money. I do think 3/4 of the way she wanted to be with that man, because otherwise she could have settled for any type of rich guy. I mean, she's attractive enough. Selena is more my type, personality, looks wise, but I wouldn't turn Hailey Bieber down either. Now, she's a Sagittarius, which, see, this is why that sign stuff is crazy. Okay, I know Selena is a Cancer, at least last time I checked, and Justin is a Pisces. Those two should have been good together, but they made up and got back together. Well, they broke up too many times. And the thing that maybe she was pregnant, which that never came to light. So I don't know if that's true or false, but that would make sense of how they got together momentarily and then broke up. But see, wasn't Selena recently with The Weeknd? How you know that baby was yours if she was pregnant around that time? Unless if she was messing with The Weeknd and messing with the Justin. Look, now, a lot of times I think both genders are cheating like crazy, or they have side people that they go to whenever they really pissed off or messed done with the other person at that moment. Maybe he told, and see, and I do have to put Justin responsible for a bit of this, because he probably was just smashing Holly and having fun with her, and then running back to Selena and with other women. But because she was so obsessed with him, she just kind of took it. So in her case, I don't think her main thing was to get the bag, but the way that she did it, even if it does fall apart, she's going to get the bag. And plus, since she has a kid by him, she will have child support. And because I know Justin Bieber, because of the P. Diddy files, things that happened there, I know he's messed up in the head with things that he's done on either live television and the things that he has experienced. So I see him as a victim, but I also see him as acting out and doing certain things. And I know it's certain mean things that he's did to Hailey over the years as well. Hailey. So this is probably one of the few divorces that, if it does happen, maybe it might be for the best, because especially if he's still doing drugs, because he say he used to do E, and especially since she has a kid now, maybe she's doing what's best for the kid, and eventually that puppy dog love thing fades off. But see, the thing that lasts for 10 years of the obsession of wanting to be with him, that proves my point right there. Of you want a woman that level of obsession with you. Now, bear in mind, every woman is different, and some women may not have to be at that point to be loyal or to be there for you. I just see with a lot of women, when their feelings for you fall short and is not to that level, then they will do you dirty in the end. They'll be more quicker to leave because they're boring. They'll be more quick to leave because they got bored, or somebody whispered in their ear, or they met another guy, or they met somebody and say, "Oh, I never felt this way about anybody else," or something. I know when my ex said that with that person that she met online, that she said she never felt that way because it was a soul connection and that was her twin flame, and now it's her false twin. Once she told me that right there, that definitely was closing the door. I was thinking about doing a video of should exes ever get back together. And I know I thought about it for my daughter. But when I think of everything that she said and done in those last few years when we separated, and especially when she said that right there, that made me kind of think like, damn, I guess you barely really love me at all. But that's another story for another time. Anyway, if a woman's stalking you, and that's probably, and before I forget, and that's probably a reason why he chose her. Because that woman has always been there. That woman has always been there, knee deep in it. And he knew without a shadow of doubt that woman loved him. Okay, or loved the idea of him. But she loved him, the idea of him enough that it lasted like 10 years plus. So I'm like that too. I probably be like, you know what? I'm going to give this woman a chance. I can have any beautiful woman in the world, but I know this one. I know this one right here is like ride or die, trying to be with me. And hopefully, in their case, maybe he gets the help that he needs, and they can repair their relationship. Now, I do have to say that Hailey, leave Selena alone, okay? Because it's not her fault. Okay, really, Justin is the middle cause of this, but That's it. Give me a like and subscribe, and have a good night.
Have you ever wondered if a woman likes you, or is she just being nice? Make sure you stick around to these 5 subtle cues that she's giving you that shows you she's interested. Number 5, she keeps looking at you and then she looks away. And looks at you, and when you catch her gaze, she looks away. That's a sure tell sign she's into you. She teases you. This is what we call flirting and bantering and challenging and going back and forth. And yes, that means that we like you. She gets vulnerable with you. She really opens up with you. She shares a lot about herself with you. She keeps reaching out and initiating conversations. This also applies if it's on social media, if it's on Instagram, if she's sending you posts or commenting on yours. Number 1 way to tell that she likes you: she keeps dropping hints of the two of you doing things together in the future. This, by now, should be obvious. You should have asked her for a date a while back, so take the opportunity now.
If you miss this train,